So hey guys, this is a Wolves transfer window update, and boy, it's a big one. Things have seemed to be very, very quiet for a few days, but today so many moving parts are starting to happen, and I guess that's what's going to be the case as we get closer to the 1st of September when the transfer window closes. So there's a lot to talk about, a lot to tell you about, some thoughts on all of it, so I hope you stick with me to the end of the video. First of all, it is my understanding that there's meetings that have taken place with the senior members of the Wolves staff regarding transfers in the last day or two, and focusing the mind that there is definitely, from what I'm understanding, going to be at least 3 more signings coming through the door. A forward, a attacking midfielder, and a centre-back. Those are the main targets that they're looking to bring in to strengthen the squad. On the centre-back, imminently, it seems that the Czech Ladislav Kik, I hope I've said that right, is imminently going to be joining Wolves. It's said that personal terms have been agreed with that. I expect that one is going to go through. The clubs are in advanced talks, and I wouldn't be surprised if we hear more on that in the next 24, 48 hours. But that one seems to be the centre-back, or the defensive strengthening that they're looking to bring in. He's 26 years of age, and we'll have more on him as that deal progresses. Then we look at the ongoing Fabio Silva saga. That looks to be heading towards a conclusion now, with Dortmund seemingly closing in. We're expecting imminent announcements on that. Obviously, they've been interested in him all summer. Wolves have been holding out on the valuation, and I think from all parties' point of view, Fabio's point of view, Wolves' point of view, whoever wants to buy him point of view, it's a win-win-win for everyone. So that's starting to come to a head now, and that's said to be imminent as well. And then we've got Hwang Hee-chan. It seems like he's surplus to requirements at Wolves. Crystal Palace are the one that are being linked with him. We mentioned it yesterday or the day before. They're wanting to offer a £1 million for the season loan fee with an option to buy. Wolves are said to want an obligation to buy. And to be fair, if we're not about trying to help everyone else. To me, it's like you're buying him. It's not like they're going to be short of money, Crystal Palace, if they're selling the likes of Eze. It's like, cough up the money and pay it. If you want him, then pay the money. It's definitely got to be at least an obligation to buy, that's for sure. So I hope Wolves don't just go, yeah, and the thing. But if they've been holding out for the extra money for Fabio, hopefully they'll be strong in holding out for that. Because at the end of the day, we don't need him to be loaned and then someone to send him back like what's happened in the past with the likes of Traore. He needs to be, if he's going, if you want him, stump up the cash. And then we talk about Jurgen Strand Larsen. So there's lots and lots of noise starting to happen around this. This started to rumble about a week ago. Obviously, there's a big saga around Newcastle with Isaacs, and what's happening with him, and they're holding out with Liverpool for 110, 120 million. He's not wanting to play ball and train. He's out in the cold trying to force the move. So they've got cash. They're going to have cash. It's my understanding that Newcastle have already approached to make a bid for Jurgen Strand Larsen. Obviously, they've been struggling to try and get a deal for Wizza. That's said to be in the region of around about £60 million. It's said that Wolves and Newcastle are around about £5 million apart in terms of what it would take. I understand that Wolves are very, very reluctant to sell Jurgen Strand Larsen, especially with Hwang going out, and of course coming towards the end of the last week of the transfer window. They'd have to pull some amazing rabbits out of the hat, because obviously Jurgen Strand Larsen, we've already lost Cunha, and Ait Nuri, who provided 60% of our goals last season. Well, Jurgen Strand Larsen probably contributed at least another 20 to 25% of her goals. That would be 80 to 85% of her goals from last season gone. So it'd be an absolutely massive call. But having just completed the permanent signing of an extra £20 million on top of the £3 million that they paid, £23 million for Jurgen Strand Larsen, it would be very, very hard to turn down £60 million plus for the striker, but it would be an absolutely humongous gamble because we need goals in this team. We need someone to put the ball in the back of the net. He's just signed a very, very long-term contract, but Newcastle will have money to burn with the Isaacs deal. And it's going to be an interesting one on that one. And I know the fans won't be happy if we sell him, but it's all about what comes in the other way. But again, we talked at the top of this about they're looking to bring in 3 more signings in the window on top of the 4 new players that they've already bought. But if Jurgen Strand Larsen goes, you might be looking at another 1 or 2 on top of that. So it can be an incredibly busy week to be a Wolves fan. It's incredibly stressful times to be a Wolves fan. What is the ambition of this team at the moment? Where will it leave us if he goes? But it is a massive bid for a player that's only had 1 season in the Premier League at £60 million. Would you cash in? What do you think? Leave your thoughts in the comment section below on this one. I said it was going to be a big update to say that centre-back looks certain, looks imminently that it's going to happen, but there's a lot of things that are moving parts at the moment with the transfer window. Now only being 10 to 11 days away from being shut, Wolves for certain are going to be in the middle of all of that, and there's going to be a lot said and reported. So make sure you do hit that subscribe button. Make sure you've got the bell notifications on so you don't miss anything. If you found this of value, please hit the like button and let me hear your thoughts on all of this in the comment section below. So much to talk about today. It's starting to heat up. Until the next one, always Wolves.